Hello there, boys and girls. My name is SidAlpha, and I'm going to be discussing with you today a topic which I didn't think I would actually have to discuss, at least not for a good long time, but certain circumstances recently that have happened on my channel and my communication with you guys who have been watching my videos actually led me to the point where I felt I had to do a video about this to kind of explain to you guys my viewpoints, my standings, where I am with things in regards to this, and basically the reasoning behind why I'm making the decisions that I'm making. And this is, of course, in relation to it. Star Citizen does play a very large part into this. That's basically a catalyst for this video, but it's basically overall to answer a lot of questions that I've been approached with by multiple people, and several other situations where I have also been approached with by multiple people. And that is basically, why am I so concerned about personal bias in what I do when I'm reporting news and relating to you guys information in regards to video games, and why I'm so concerned about that bias and what I feel can directly or indirectly create that bias. And a lot of people have had their own, their own opinions. Oh, it won't create a bias at all. But you have to understand that I do have to take in everything I do have to take a very critical opinion and stance, at least in regards to my own videos and how I go about doing them. And it has been pointed out to me in several of my past videos that they were somewhat sorry folks, I had a heater kick on there. I had to turn off real quick. That I may have indirectly created a negative bias in my attempt to overcompensate because of my own personal feelings towards Star Citizen, and how, because I do want the game to come out, I want the game to be a success, I want to play it, I do. And because of that, I think there's been several instances where I have overcompensated and gone too far into the negatives, and that's caused a lot of irritation from some of the regular viewers, that people that have been keeping up with my channel in regards to that. And so I just want to kind of explain all of that a little bit and let you guys know why I'm trying to be so careful. First off is, I don't want, when I set out to create this channel, and my original idea, everything about it has always been based upon consumer protection and consumer awareness. I figured, I'll probably never make it big. If I do, friggin' awesome. But if I don't, then it'll be a fun thing to do for me in my own time, to be able to relate to you guys information that I've gathered, give you guys reviews and first impressions on new games, not, more often than not AAA games, more everyday, indie titles, things that are, coming out all the time, that are readily accessible. Things that I feel that either, hey, you should probably avoid this, it's probably not worth your money, or it's absolute crap, or conversely, this is actually a really good game, you guys should definitely go check it out. And also there's the news component, where, when you get into the topic of relating news about a video game, about anything, to the general public, there is a certain stigma that you do have to try and be as objective and impartial as you can, and try and relate information to people in the most general purpose way you can, without deliberately leading them towards one decision or another. Basically giving you the information and doing my best to inform you in a way that will allow you to make your own decisions and your own conclusions. And as it turns out, that part is by far and away the hardest thing to do in the world for me. It really is, because I'm such an opinionated person. I really am. And it's really hard for me to not do my, to not inject my own opinions into everything I do. I still do it. I still, even in the news pieces, I still offer up my own opinion about all of it. And, I've grown to accept that. I feel I should probably continue to do that because, just sitting here and telling you about some information about the game, it's fucking boring, right? So I'll give you my opinion on it, my take on things, and at least make it more interesting for you. But I don't want the whole video to be colored by my own impressions and my own viewpoints. And that's where we start getting into the topic of bias and things like that. And a lot of people have, especially over the recent weeks, the past month or so, I've actually had quite a few people, about 9 different people, reach out to me offering me to purchase, offering to gift me in-game items in Star Citizen, such as ships and other things, a bunch of ships and things like that. And I'm like, I wish I could, but I can't take it. I really can't. I mean, thank you for offering, but I really can't. And the reason for that is that whole journalistic standpoint, where if you are gifted something, consciously or subconsciously, you will be slightly more predisposed towards the positive or the negative in regards to that subject. And that's something I really, really do want to try to avoid. I mean, I would love, I'm poor as hell, I would love to give these free ships and stuff like that. People that are willing to gift me these items out of the goodness of their own hearts. And, you guys have been great. You've been fantastic for the most part. Most of the people that I've chatted with, people that have responded, most of the people that have responded in comments on my Star Citizen videos, you guys have been amazing. Even the ones that have, a lot of people who have bashed my videos when I spoke to you about it a little bit and explained my reasoning a little bit more, you were more understanding and, maybe a little bit more forgiving, because you have to bear in mind, I still am very new to this. I haven't even been doing this for 6 months yet. And so for most of you, you've been incredible. You really have. I mean, you guys have just been beyond amazing. And even those people that have been detractors, about 95% of the people that have been commenting on my videos, even if they're in the negative, you can still tell there's some intellect and reasoning and logical thinking behind the statements and the thoughts that and the points that you're trying to convey. And that's awesome to me. It really is. I mean, every single one of them just reminds me, positive or negative, it reminds me how much the vast majority of people in the gaming, the gamers out in the community, how logical and critical thinking you are and how intelligent so many of you are. It's friggin' awesome. It's kind of like when I see comments like that, it's kind of like, I'm home now. I am. This is great. I love it. But at the same time, things like that really do create a bias, whether it's conscious or subconscious, and that's something that I really do want to try and avoid. And that's also part of the reason why I have not bought into Star Citizen, why I have not become a backer up until this point, is because I feel that I would be predisposing myself either one way or the other yet again on current news and events in regards to the game. And I would either be predisposed towards pushing towards liking the game a little bit more because I'm a backer now, or I would be more predisposed to be even harsher on the game because I'm a backer and I'm trying to avoid that bias. And that's something right there that, it leads you really off track. It really does. And that's something that I desperately want to avoid doing. So, overall, that's just basically where I am in regards to, the whole bias and all that. I just want to do my best for you guys, and I want to relate things to you as honestly as possible, and I do want to avoid that conscious or subconscious bias to as best as I can. So, with regrets, for all of you guys that have, offered to gift me ships so I can try them out and hopefully have a more well-rounded and more fun experience with the game in its, in its current state. I do appreciate it. I really do. And I wish I could take you up on it. But for the benefit of my channel and for the benefit of you guys, I really can't. And I do hope you understand. And the same thing with, the reason why I haven't become a backer yet is because I do want to avoid that same level. I want to avoid, not just avoid it, I want to avoid the potential of it. Because at the end of the day, I want to be as honest with you guys as I can. I want to do the best job I can for you guys. And make sure that when you're making decisions surrounding video games, that you're making the best, most informed, or better, more informed decisions than you were able to before. And coloring my impressions with that, positively or negatively, because of whether I own something or not, would really just take away from that. And that's something that I just don't want to do. I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't think it's fair to you guys. I mean, you've all been kind enough to either watch this video or subscribe to my channel, and a lot of people that are going to be watching this video have subscribed to my channel, and you've been great, and I want to continue doing well for you guys so I can keep you around, because at the end of the day, my making you happy actually does make me happy when it comes in relation to my YouTube channel. It really does. I mean, it's the biggest kick in the world seeing so many people watch this video. It's like, oh, look at all those likes, oh, these comments, oh my god, these comments are so awesome, look at what he said here, this is fantastic, oh my god, that kind of thing. It makes my day. It really does. And I don't want to lessen that experience for you or for me. So there's where I am with all of it. Again, I hope you guys understand, but that's just kind of the way it is. I am me. This is my channel. This is how I am. I really can't change that, because if I did, then I would be violating the goals that I set out to accomplish in creating this channel in the first place. And that's just all there is to it. So, but once again, with that being said, my name is SidAlpha, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey folks, SidAlpha here. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you want to check out some other First Impressions videos, feel free to click on the link on the left. If you're interested in staying more up to date with what's happening in the PC gaming community, feel free to click on the link to your right. The subscribe button is down at the bottom. Please show your support and punch that evil thing as hard as you can. And once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.